Oh, hi. I'm reading Harbour Times. That's the topic for today, right?
Yeah, well, certainly the cover story, something that's going to be happening.
Yep.
My friends over at the British Chamber are going to be hosting the man on the cover. This Ho Lang Chai. There you go, Alan Chung, the Commissioner for Privacy.
All right.
Okay.
So you're going to stir up some dispute.
Well, you know,
about his look.
Not his look, yeah. his look, not so much. But there's been a big controversy in Hong Kong recently that I think is really kind of, challenging how people think about privacy. And the commissioner stepped right into it. And when I first looked at it, I thought it was quite simple. But we went to talk to him. We went to talk to the people affected. And it turned out it's quite complex.
All right.
Of course,
So you use this topic, right? Do you know these 3 words?
Huh?
Do you know these 3 words?
I can't say them with the right tone. 17 years, I'm still tone deaf.
It's 起你底.
起你底.
It's not 好靚仔.
Oh, no. That's 好靚仔.
好靚仔,起你底. It's different.
Okay.
So 起你底.
起你底.
起你底, yeah. But you did no evil, right?
Did no evil. It's a play off the name of the app
Yep.
that caused the controversy in the first place, which of course was Do No Evil.
Yep.
But what we're saying is that nobody really did any evil. We're saying some people were criticizing the commissioner for what he did.
Yep.
Some people were criticizing the app maker for what we did. And our take is that it is not like either party did something wrong or something evil, but this is the tension that is going to arise between trying to protect people's privacy and what technology can do. And the two are going to be like this, for a long time in Hong Kong. And I think he's going to be talking about that tomorrow at the British Chamber.
All right. And you have interviewed him. What's your general take?
We talked to him, there's a lot of issues more than we could cover, in the space of his show. But one of the things was this idea that if personal data is in the public domain, you can do whatever you want with it. And actually, that's not the case. And this is where a lot of people get confused. They think of something, if I can find it on the web, I should be able to do whatever I want with it. And what he's saying, and actually what is in our law in Hong Kong, is that is not the case. And there are various reasons for that. Right there, because the biggest argument, if I can make it tight, there's this idea that if something's in the public domain, I can use it. Well, what if I'm a hacker, right? Or if I steal data, and then somebody comes to prosecute me for it, I'll be like, I'll publish it on the web. Look, it's published. How are you going to prosecute me?
Yeah, you cannot steal and then make it public.
And then use it, right?
Yep.
And use that as your defense. So the only way you can get around that is by saying that just because it's public doesn't mean it's a big free-for-all.
And I think that's very important. I think to understand the term privacy, you have to understand a very important concept of private property. I think the concept of privacy is that there is a certain limit of public knowledge. I mean, in the States, the freedom of expression is placed slightly higher up than the protection of private property. Whereas in the European tradition, because of the Nazis and all that, they have a stronger sense of protecting privacy.
Over free speech.
Over free speech. So I think, given that Hong Kong has a tradition based in the mainland, in the UK, but now we are moving to the mainland. And I think this is to the mainland system, I mean. So I think it's a very interesting concept.
Fascinating.
It's a very interesting concept to be explored in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and it's really a lot of people are finding their way. And we even when we came and looked at it, I wrote the story, did the interviews. I didn't agree with 100% of what the commissioner came down with, but there was a lot more complexity to it than I expected. Most people's reaction was, these guys are doing in an app what lawyers and due diligence firms do all the time, only they do it faster, cheaper. Why can't you just do it again? And he explained why that is. We talk about it in the piece, and again, a bigger topic. If we had an hour to talk about it, we might be able to cover it all. But it's a really fascinating story, and I think people should look into it.
Especially when you're talking about the technological advancement. How does it impact all the privacy problems? And feel free to leave it on our social network or Andrew website.
All right, that'll be the place to go.
Keyword for today: privacy. Privacy.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vincent.